Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zickery of Space Command. And now normally on Mr. Sci-Fi, by the way, big announcements coming. So, and if you want to buy Space Command shares, $7,500 each, now is the time, now is the moment. I promise you, you'll get to come on the set, all sorts of stuff. And we'll talk about that more in another video. But normally, I talk about current science fiction TV shows and movies and give them, my review, essentially. Or I talk about older science fiction TV shows and movies that I really like, that I think are classics. But today I'm going to talk about one that is an old movie that came out many, many years ago, and it's a really bad, really fun movie. And so I'm recommending it. And so let me just get into all of this stuff. So here we go. The movie's Life Force, and it was made decades ago. It was after 2001 and after Star Wars, but you would not be able to tell from the level of effects, even though John Dykstra was the effects guy on it. So here's the basic plot. It's got a great cast. It's really fun. They throw everything but the kitchen sink into it. So, it's directed by Tobe Hooper, who did Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He also is credited with Poltergeist, though there's stories around that about whether or not he directed it, really. What I've heard is that it was Frank Marshall. There's a story there I'll tell you at some point. But here's the basic plot. The European Space Shuttle is dispatched to Halley's Comet to study it. And they find a vast alien spaceship hidden within it. So they don spacesuits, they go into this alien spaceship, and they find the desiccated corpses of sort of these space bat creatures, these big bat lives, bigger than humans. And then they find three encased, what appear to be human beings, two men and a woman. They're all naked, but you don't ever see the so-called naughty bits of the men because it's, chauvinist society. But you see plenty of the woman, and she's very, very beautiful. She was played by an actress who was a ballerina and who did not speak English, interestingly enough, but learned English by the end of the shoot. Good for her, but she's very beautiful, and her performance is very, very good. The lead is Steve Railsback, who was famous for a very brief time some decades ago. He's got a very sort of a lack of affect. He doesn't make many expressions, but the basic plot, here's the basic idea. They take the three bodies aboard the space shuttle. All of the astronauts except Railsback are killed, and the girl goes missing. And what we learn essentially is that she's basically a space vampire. And this was actually, even though it's called Life Force, it was based on a book by Colin Wilson called The Space Vampires. So, but they thought that was too B-movie of a title, and Canon Films was trying to make a major film here. Now, the fun part is that this movie takes twists and turns. They're just so loopy and so crazy and so weird. I mean, if you've ever wanted to see Patrick Stewart, yes, that Patrick Stewart, kiss Steve Railsback, this is the movie for you. This is before Star Trek: The Next Generation. And but let's put it this way. This is a film that has spaceships, it has aliens, it has vampires, it has zombies, it's got London burning and with people rioting and attacking people. And so it's basically, if you ever wanted to take, 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead and Dracula and, Alien, etc., and jam them all together, this is the movie for you. It's ludicrous, but fun. Now, when I first saw it, when it came out, first of all, I've learned recently that the American edition is truncated, so you'll want to see the British edition. And the way you know it's the British edition is it'll have a Canon logo at the front, but not TriStar. TriStar was the American distributor. So you want to see the one that's Canon. It's longer, it has more stuff, it's better. And the movie also stars Peter Firth, the wonderful Freddie Jones, Frank Finlay, a host of terrific British actors. And it's very reminiscent of some of the Quatermass films, particularly Quatermass in the Pit, which was made as 5 million years to Earth, I think. And so anyway, but it's a fun film. When I saw it first, I thought it was awful, and held on to that opinion until I saw it recently and realized that it was one of the great goofy movies, a bad movie that's enormous fun. So if you just kind of know what you're getting into, I think you would have a great time watching this film. It's on Tubi for free, so if you don't mind commercials, go there, you'll find it. And it's just, it's a hoot. And it's very fun to see Freddie Jones put a characterization into a role that has none. And you see a lot of actors struggling to find their way through this movie as actors. But that's about it for now. So we will talk very soon. And, if you want to buy Space Command shares, contact me at markzickery@gmail.com. Definitely subscribe, like, do all that stuff, ring the bell. And many more things to come. Also, Space Command is now available for rent or purchase on Amazon Prime and Google Play. So please go there, please rate it, and on we go. Talk soon, guys.